comfortable, grab a beverage, something. We're going to do probably about a half an hour show tonight. And we've got a bunch of goodies for you. So we're excited to be here. Are you excited to be here, Karen?
I'm excited to be here.
Cheers to water today. No more wild women with wine.
I know.
All right. So
Oh,
let
we
me,
may have to bring wine back in at some point, but
we
maybe
might
not
have
right
to
this
do that.
minute.
Yeah. So I'm going to have you maybe just kind of talk to people for a second while I do. So you could start off introducing yourself if you'd like.
Okay, so for
Okay.
anybody that is watching, my name is KarenLee Poter, and Dr. Nancy and I have been friends for a long, long time, and we used to do a show called Wild Women with Wine. And you might know me from my podcast that I do with my son. I've been doing it for almost 10 years, and yes, 10 years.
That's
It's
amazing.
called Sex Talk with My Mom. We talk about things that usual mom and sons don't talk about, but that's what we want to create. We want to create an atmosphere where people are comfortable talking about the uncomfortable. And I'm looking out right now at a little birdie on my window. And so curious as to if you guys are there in the atmosphere, if you're watching, what we have so many ideas what we want to do with this not dead yet, which we decided to come up with that title just on a whim. Where it's like, what do we really want to say? We want to say we're not dead yet. We are wanting to do something really different yet, exciting for everyone.
I think when we have conversations, so often we fall into some of the mythology around women at certain ages. And so you start to think, and I'll tell you what I thought before I got my doctorate, because I was in my 50s. I thought, why would I do that now? I mean, it's like I'm in older age, and that's just so much effort, and there's expense, and why would I do that? And then I thought, how long it would take me, and I tried talking myself out of it, but then I realized that, well, if I'm still alive in 3 years, I could be alive in 3 years with a doctorate degree or alive in 3 years without a doctorate degree. And so I just said, what the hell? And went back to school and got my doctorate at 58. So it's
Amazing.
and my feeling was, well, I'm not dead yet, so I may as well keep going. Right. So I think you and I've said that at different times in our conversations. And when you said it, when we first decided to do this, when you said it, it was just like, yes, that's the name. And I think every
I
time
said it as a joke and you took it seriously, and that here we are.
I did, but because I think it just fits why so many people sabotage themselves before they do anything that they want to do.
Right. You may not even know you want to do it, but it's a good thing to just put yourself out there and just do it.
Exactly. Exactly. So, all right. So let's just do a fresh, like, hello, this is Not Dead Yet live, and we are alive and kicking. So we want to make sure that people know what this show is about. So Karen, give me your feeling about what Not Dead Yet live, streaming, podcast, show, whatever we're going to call it.
Whatever we are.
Yeah.
I always had this vision of writing a book, actually more like compiling a book of women's stories, because at this age, especially, I'm in my 60s, I think everyone has gone through some story that they would like to tell. I mean, or maybe they don't want to tell, but maybe it would feel good if they told.
Right.
And I'm curious as to, women's stories, especially older women, because I know that everybody has something going on or had something going on at one point in their life. I mean, I've had my share of crazy shit, and I'm willing to share it. I'm willing to tell people my story because I have arisen like the phoenix.
And so, why do you think it's important that women tell their stories?
I think holding back stuff inside is just never going to be feeling good. And I think that if women did tell their stories, they can definitely inspire and help other women who have gone through something similar, or even if you haven't gone something similar, they've gone through something and they see this person on the other end that has done it and is doing well. And I think it's inspirational to see that. Why do you think?
Well, I think a lot of women don't tell their stories because they feel shame about them. They feel embarrassed or like it's going to make them look bad if they were in an abusive relationship or they didn't finish their education when they were young or they had 10 children or they didn't have any children. Whatever their story is, I think women are shamed a lot in general. And so, and also, if a lot of women aren't telling their stories, then most women feel pretty isolated in living their story. They don't know how common it is to have what's happening to them happen. And they feel
Absolutely.
like they're isolated, they're alone. It's only them that it's happening to. And who can you talk to if nobody can relate to your story? And so I find that sharing stories, when you get women in a group, I taught a class last spring, a round table with about 20 women. We sat in a circle and I just gave prompts, like when you first started your period, what was your experience? And the variety of experiences in that room and the compassion that women shared with each other, because some women had no clue what was going to be happening to them. Some women were well prepared. I mean, it was just a wide variety. And so I think when we can share our personal stories, we develop a sisterhood. And I know I seek that. And I think if you talk to women friends are like our salvation. And so
Absolutely.
having a chance for women to also be elevated. I know this show is going to become very popular. I think a lot of people are going to be interested in it. And so to give women a stage where they can be honored and respected and bowed to and
And
thanked
not judged at all. There's no
and
judgment.
no judge, totally safe. That's my dream. That's my dream to create.
She's been on a roll. She texts me every morning, can you talk? And I know, oh, here comes 45 minutes to an hour. She's coming up in the middle of the night. She's waking up.
Well,
Wait.
I told you recently that I needed something to jazz me up, right? That
Yeah,
I
so basically what she said was, we're going downstairs, take a pad of paper and a pen. We're not coming back up until we come up with a perfect description of our show, what it's going to be like.
and two martinis later,
Two martinis later, we came up, not dead yet.
we were tossing it out at all the people in the restaurant. What do you think of this?
And sure enough, we got some people in that were like, yeah, I would love that. I would like it for myself. I would like it for my mother, my aunt, whoever.
My daughters, my daughter-in-law, my granddaughters, I mean, everybody thinks it's a great idea because young women want to learn from older women. Older women have a lot of experience and wisdom that they hate to have it go to waste, right? We've been through battles. It's like you want to share what you learned in your battles and how we can come out of our battles and heal our scars and actually become better than we were going in. So I love to think about it as finding pearls in the trauma.
I love that. Even if you didn't have trauma, even if you somehow sailed to this ripe old age and you had nothing seriously happen to you, like, a death or something like that, you've learned by being a good parent, a grandparent, a daughter, a friend. You've learned so much that you can share with people. So
I
there's a place for everyone here.
I would love to hear women's stories that haven't had any trauma. I mean, I would because as a sex therapist, sex doctor, I hear the trauma a lot. So if there are women out there that have had no trauma in their lives ever, please share your story with us because we're going to need that flower in the midst of some of the mud that we might be sloshing through.
Or what you think is trauma, or what you think is not trauma, is pretty traumatic. So
Well, I do think we kind of coat over a lot of our experiences because because they're so painful, we don't want to deal with them. And that's okay. We're not here to unravel people and make them tell their story. I think what we want to do is showcase women, the beauty of women's lives and the complexity of women's lives, and how women are choosing differently now than they were 20, 30, 40 years ago in what kind of life they want to make for themselves. And so how do women decide that? Because there's a lot of open space right now for women to decide whether they want to become a mother, if they want to get married, if they want to
Right, it was so unusual.
travel the world, whatever, so.
When I did not have any choices, for example. And it was very unusual for a woman my age when they were in like their 20s or 30s to say, I don't want to have kids. That just, I know one friend of mine who said that. And she's pretty happy. No.
Well, the data is that the happiest people right now in the country or on earth are single women.
But that doesn't mean they were always single. They just happen to be single now.
He might be under the house. I don't know. All right. So we would love our show's going to have some segments. We're inviting women to share their story in several ways. One is to write it to us. If you go to my website, DrNSP.com, and look under media, and in there is the podcast, Not Dead Yet. And so there's a lot of information in there about how to access being on the show or sending us your story. If you want to come onto the show, I'll set up a 15-minute interview with you. We'll talk about what you want to talk about, set some parameters to make sure you're protected and safe, and then we'll set a date and you can come in and hang out with Karen and I right here on Zoom and share your story, and we can have a conversation about it afterward. If that's too much for you, you would just like to share your story, but have it either you can make an audio recording and send it to us and we can play it, or you can write your story and send it to me and I'll read it. You can remain anonymous. You can have a little cutesy name if you want. This is really on your terms completely. So we want to be able to share your story, and I'm sure your story will help someone somewhere that you just don't even know yet. And it's really, I think it's an opportunity for me that is rich with possibility. So that's how we're going to proceed.
If you have any questions, make sure you put them in the comment section below, because we don't know, we're not able to go back and forth right now because it's the first time doing this.
Right. Because
So,
we are supposed to be zooming on YouTube. So let me see what's happening there. Don't know what's happening. It might be just going live and I can't tell.
So what's going to happen is that once we're done with this, she's going to post it on a YouTube channel or on maybe Facebook. I'm not sure where you're
Put it
going to
all over the place.
but you'll be able to see it, or at least you'll be able to hear it.
Yeah.
Different formats, different forms, so whatever your social media du jour is.
And we'll play with it in the meantime. The show officially launches on April 22nd. It's a Tuesday at 4 p.m.
Happens to be my father's birthday, my deceased.
That's right. He's going to be here with us.
He'll be here with us for sure.
So you can put it on your calendar. I'll be sending out lots of promos, and Karen will be promoting all over her KarenLee Poter, KarenLee Poter Show, all of her TikTok and Instagram and YouTube, and you can find her everywhere.
Yeah, and my website, which is KarenLeePoter.com.
And I
haven't updated in like 3 years, so but you can put it there. We'll find you.
Our I don't know, what would you call it? Our
mission?
emblem, our triple moon goddess emblem. Was that would be
We have a emblem. We have a mascot. We have something that we like that reflects us. It's an
okay?
object.
So Mrs. ELV5 is on in our chat.
Oh, I certainly know her from years ago. How you doing, Mrs. L?
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm so glad she's here. She lives,
Lisa
if
Queen,
I
my
remember
friend
correctly.
Lisa is here.
I
That's
think she's
awesome.
Mrs. L's in England, I believe.
Are you in England? I'm not sure. Very cool. So we're just, we're all over here. So, Karen, can you give me like 3 words that would kind of describe who you are at this stage of your life and maybe just this day?
Oh my goodness. 3 words. I consider myself to be confident. Confident usually in my thoughts and feelings. Funny, because I think of the world as a funny place sometimes, like all the time. I try to see the humor in things. And compassionate. I'm very compassionate about people, and my friends and family know that about me. Yeah, those are the 3 of the words I could think of. Do you
There's
have
probably
3 words
many
as
more.
well?
Well, right now, I mean, today I've been very emotional.
I
Um,
know. She was crying
this
earlier.
I've cried my way through the day. I tried to get it out of my system so I wouldn't blubber all through the show. But doing this show, I think, really has reached deep in me to something that I've not been able to do for a while, and that is to really have deep, meaningful conversation with women around the world. I've traveled the world before COVID. I was traveling all over the world, spent a lot of time in China, in Europe, teaching women about how to be authentic and be honored by their authenticity and how to speak their truth and how to love and live the way they want. And so having this opportunity here now just kind of revs all that back up. So I would say emotional, I'm feeling feisty as heck and
I will concur, she is feisty.
fierce.
Oh, you got EFF.
Yeah, go figure. Yep. So those are my 3 words. And Mrs. Alves is in Greece.
Oh,
And
geez.
she's so excited.
I'm so excited.
Me too. So, all right. So let's move on. So our emblem or our mascot, I guess we could call her, is the triple goddess moon, and or the triple moon goddess, and she stands for. You can see her. She'll pop up in some of my marketing, and she
I
stands
wonder,
for.
do we have a picture of her that we can put on here?
I
Hold it up to the camera, maybe?
I don't. Let me see if I can find one on my phone real quick. Let's see how this works. So she speaks to the 3 phases of a woman's life. Here she is.
Can you put it up to the camera?
Can you see?
Oh, yeah, we can see it now.
So there's 2 of them.
There's 2 of them.
That's me and Karen.
That's us.
Yeah. And so it's the 3 phases of a woman's life. Our youth, our productive phase, which is when we might create a company, write a
Maybe.
stage play, have a baby, uh, you know, build a career. That's our creative space. And then once we get past menopause, then it's the crone phase, which is the wisdom phase. That sounds better than crone, but
But I like crow because it sounds like some sort of a crow.
so our crone phase. And so Karen and I would be in the crone era.
We're definitely in the crow area.
And we're super stoked about being able to speak to women of all of these phases. And part of my inspiration for doing this, and I'm not gonna name her, but she's a young woman near and dear to my heart. And okay, that's gonna make me cry.
There she goes. All right, it's a young
And
woman. We're not
she
going to
wrote,
say who it is, but you know who you are. You're watching.
yeah, she wrote a screenplay, and then for a final in college, and she wrote a screenplay, and then she filmed it and had a person act out one part, and then she had me do the voiceover for one part. And it was, the premise is a young woman, a 20-year-old woman turning 20, having her birthday alone and having all the feels about it and feels about life and being afraid and unsure and all the things we all feel at 20, right? But then her older self, me in the voiceover, is speaking to her, is watching this unfold and speaking about what she was feeling and what she was thinking, and if she wished she had known more, she wished she had had somebody to, like herself now, to talk to her and to reassure her, and what would she say to her now. And it's just this beautiful short film. I haven't seen the film, but I obviously read it. And so she totally inspired me, because she and I are sitting on the floor in a room.
Strange person that she just found on the street.
Yeah, I just found her, and we're doing this. I'm acting out for her this play that she's written, and she's directing me, and she's nervous about directing me, and so, but she's wonderful. I mean, she gave the best direction. Like, I want you to. This is the feeling I'm going. I mean, she was just great. And so having her and I kind of sit and do this with a little bit of role reversal, right? Because now she's teaching me, she's directing me, guiding me. And yet the whole story was about her older self being her guide. And I just thought,
Got shivers.
yeah, we need more of this. We need more of younger women, older women, middle women, women married, unmarried, all walks of life, to really sit and speak to each other and share our stories and support each other on our journeys. So
Beautiful.
that's why I'm so emotional.
Oh no, here we go.
Oh, Mark Pierce is on here in the chat. So, anywho, so it's a passion project, and so I hope people come in.
I'm
Dang it,
sorry.
I'm failing.
It's very cute to me, as I typically don't see her as breaking out in tears. She's usually the strong one of the two of us. Our shoulders can testify. Your shoulders are so cut, and mine. What the?
I spent half my time upside down. I figure the world's upside down. I may as well be too. Maybe it'll look right if I'm upside down. Okay, so how can people find us? Karen, if they wanted to connect with you, what's the best way to find you?
KarenLee Poter everywhere. It's KarenLee Poter anywhere. Like I said, I have a website. I got I'm very big on TikTok. Almost 100,000 followers on TikTok, which I don't know why I'm laughing, because there are, it's high-ranking
Karen
on there.
Karen's the fun one. I'm the I get too serious and then I cry. So, but Karen's the fun
I
one.
like to lighten it up a little when she gets.
We're like the yin and the yang here.
Yes, exactly. Her cat's name is Yin.
Yes.
Anyway, yeah, so that, and then the podcast is called Sex Talk with My Mom, and we, like I said, we've been doing it for 10 years, almost 10 years. I've been talking about sex with my son, who's now 36 years old.
I need you to rephrase that.
Oh, we talk about sex. We talk about uncomfortable conversations.
With my son. We have conversations.
And the idea is, we want you, whoever's listening, to talk about sex with your friends, with your family. There's no reason not to talk about it. I mean, the more you talk about it, the more comfortable you are about it, and it's only going to help you. And at our family gatherings, it's hilarious, because you never know what's going to come out. Now that there's really no holds barred.
No
Anyway,
holds, no
no
holds
holds
barred.
barred.
I don't know.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, that you can find me there, and I'm on Facebook, but I just never go on it, but you can find me there too. Yeah. And Nancy, what about you? Get
Well,
ready to take out your pen and notepad. No, you're
I've,
not
I've,
here.
I've I've tried to simplify it. And so if you just go to my website, which is DrNSP for Dr. Nancy Sutton Pierce, everything's there. There's a whole page about this show, how to be a guest, how to email me, even a place to set up a 15-minute appointment with me about you being a guest on the show. Everything you want to know, plus more than you wanted to know, probably. So, and then I have a clinical practice. So I teach and work with couples. I work with singles about how to find their authenticity, how to find their voice, how to find and understand that they deserve pleasure and happiness and love, and they don't have to apologize for that. So it's a really it. I love my work, and I am not retired. My husband's retired, kind of, for now, but I love my work. That is my passion in my own inner self to express who I am and express what's important to me. So I hope that helps.
And I hope you think about participating because like we talked about earlier, your stories can help someone else and inspire someone else and make someone else laugh and cry or whatever. And it feels cathartic to get it out. It feels really good to just get out your story. Yeah.
And to be celebrated. You know, I think so many women have a very, I mean, every friend I have has the most amazing story. And my favorite thing is to ask people, you know, what's your story? How did you meet your partner? How did you get into this career? What was your childhood like? I mean, there's just so many things that we want to know about humans. And I think human connection is more important than ever right now.
Absolutely.
We've become so disconnected after COVID through social media, through our phones. I know I definitely was isolated for quite a long time with COVID, and I feel like I'm busting out of my shell now. Ready to rock and roll.
It's ready to rip.
Ready to rip. So on April 22nd, it's a Tuesday. All of our shows will be on Tuesday, 4 p.m., unless you guys tell us that that time absolutely sucks and we
When
need
we
to
say
change
4
it.
p.m. at Pacific Standard Time.
Specific time, yes. And we will be here and we will get this social media thing figured out. And we look forward to hearing from you, because this show is about you, not about me and Karen. We've done plenty of stuff. We've talked and talked and talked over 4 years of doing our Wild Women with Wine show.
4 years.
There's plenty of that, but we want to hear from you. We want to support you now. This is our give back. And we want to help women feel elevated, respected, adored, and safe to express themselves freely. It's your turn.
And have fun.
So we're going to do a little thing at the end of every show. Do you have a saying that you like to use?
Yes.
What is it?
Follow your gut.
Mm.
Here's my little visual.
Okay.
You're in a canoe, okay? You're by yourself in this canoe, and you come to this fork in the river that you're paddling in. Maybe it's a kayak. I'm not sure. It's probably a kayak.
Okay. We'll do
Anyway,
or a paddleboard.
no, yeah, I'm not coordinated enough to stand up on
Okay.
it. So I'm just thinking I'm in this kayak, I'm pedaling left, I'm pedaling right, and it comes to a fork. And when you come to that fork in the road, you can go left or right. Don't think of it as right or wrong. Go left or right as in directions. Once you go one way or the other, say you go left, that was the right thing to do, because even if it's the wrong thing to do, you learn more from that mistake than you would from a success. If it's the right thing to do, you're successful. So either way, it's a win-win for you.
Exactly. And that kind of fits into my little saying, as when I had a radio show for 10 years called The Conscious Living Show. And at the end of the show, I would say, every day you wake up and you get to decide whether you're going to be a warning or an example. We're never neutral, but both have value. So take that for what it is and send us your thoughts. We're going to be posting this all over. Send us your thoughts, your ideas. We really want to include our community that we will build through this, and we are so excited about it. We welcome you with open arms and open hearts. And so come join us, bring your stories, send your friends. Men, if you're watching, please tell your guys to invite their partners. And we love men's support. We've got 2 men in the chat right now. And so we love for you to hear the stories too, because, you know, half of the population is women, actually more than half. So it's a good time to lift women up. And oh, my friend Linda made it. Hey. So when you're thinking about who is this for, yes, we're supporting women, we're supporting women's journeys, but we need men's support too. That's really critical. We cannot make all the changes we need to make alone. And so having our men friends, our men family, our men lovers, our, you know, step up and help us shore things up, because women are pretty afraid right now. And it's time to give them a place to talk about it. Karen, got anything else?
I said it all. I just hope you guys join us, and we look forward to hearing from you.
Thank you for being here. Those of you who popped in, and I hope more of you see this, send us your information. You can go to, you can email me at notdeadyetlive@gmail.com. We have a YouTube channel, Not Dead Yet Live show. You can join in our, I'm on Blue Sky, Not Dead Yet Live, and Facebook. You can go to my Dr. Nancy Sutton Pierce page. So I'll put all these things on the website so that you can find them in one place. Okay, how's that?
Sounds like a plan.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate you being here. Much love for those of you who just popped in. Thanks for showing up. We really appreciate you. And we'll see you again on April 22nd, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Looking forward to it. We'll be prepared. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, Karen.